Hi, I'm going to show you Heroku add-on that will help you run your CI builds faster by leveraging parallelization on your CI server. And this is the Heroku add-on I've created and published recently. It's in beta version right now, so everyone on Heroku can use it for free and with unlimited usage. You can find it in Heroku Marketplace. Basically, you go to the add-ons section, and in the category called Continuous Integration, you can find the add-on called Knapsack Pro. And this add-on will help you run your CI builds faster for Ruby and JavaScript projects. And basically, idea behind it is that you can split your tests across parallel CI servers, parallel nodes in better way that every CI node will run your tests in similar time. So thanks to that, there will be no bottleneck in your CI pipeline. To show you example, let's see this screenshot. Here we have tests executed on 16 or actually 15 CI nodes. Each row is like one parallel job, and length of this bar is how long it took to execute tests. So as you can see on this in this first row, the tests were executed over around 25 minutes. Here we see the bar that took like almost half an hour. And as you can see, some of those parallel jobs took more time, like this one, other took less time. And there could be many reasons why this is happening. For instance, you can have some type of tests like end-to-end tests that can take sometimes more time, sometimes less time. For instance, if your end-to-end tests are hitting external API, or maybe they are loading heavy JavaScript, the execution time can vary. Also, if the tests are passing on or failing, it could affect how long they take. So if you have complex test case that fail quickly, then this test would be executed faster because failed earlier. And if this test will be passing green, it can take longer, right? So depending on the fact that whether the tests are green or red, also the timing of execution that could be different, and this can affect how long those tests will be running on one of your parallel job. And there are other reasons. For instance, some CI servers have different boot time of available parallel machines. So the first CI node could start faster, but another parallel job could start a bit later because the boot time was a bit longer. Maybe CI machine was overloaded. Some people are using cloud solutions like AWS, and they are spinning off some machines, and the spin-off time can also be different. So the boot time of the whole parallel machine is not the same for all parallel jobs. Or maybe you have like pool of available parallel machines, and you are running a few CI builds concurrently on your CI, so one build can take more parallel jobs. Another CI build that is running at the same time can just have not access to all needed parallel machines because they are occupied by the previous build. So there is a ton of reasons. And here it comes, the Knapsack Pro add-on for Heroku. It works with many CI servers. So you can see it works with Heroku CI, Circle, Travis, GitLab CI, and many more. And it can also be run with any other CI server thanks to the environments integration. So another reason, like another thing why how it works, so you can use it with Ruby and with many test runners like RSpec, Minitest, Cucumber, and so on, and with JavaScript test runners like Cypress or Jest. And when you apply Knapsack Pro, it will use something called Queue Mode, that will dynamically distribute your tests across parallel jobs, parallel CI nodes. And when you do that, each of the parallel job will be consuming the queue from Knapsack Pro API, and thanks to that, each of this parallel task will be finishing work at similar time. So as you see on this second graph, here we have splitted tests in dynamic way, so those bars were more evenly distributed. And if you compare it, here the whole CI build took almost half an hour, and here it took 23 minutes. So we saved 7 minutes per CI build in this case. Yeah, so the idea is to just leverage parallelization in your CI pipeline and apply Knapsack Pros that will help you split your tests across the parallel jobs. And thanks to that, you will run faster CI builds. You can learn more about the Knapsack Pro also at the website knapsackpro.com. Here you can find some simple instruction how it works. You basically add the library to your project. The whole idea is simple. Knapsack Pro is just a wrapper around your test runner. So if you are using RSpec, Knapsack Pro will be a wrapper around RSpec and will take care of running proper tests on your parallel CI servers. And Knapsack Pro communicates with the Knapsack Pro API, where sits the queue with a list of your tests. And important part is that CI builds is something critical for your application, so you want to be sure that there is nothing that will interrupt your CI builds, right? So you don't want to add another third-party solution that could break your CI build when the API is not available. So to mitigate this risk, Knapsack Pro library has built-in fallback mode. So in case of scenario that Knapsack Pro API would be not available, Knapsack Pro library will automatically switch to fallback mode and split your tests in a simpler way across parallel jobs. And thanks to that, you can still run your tests and you don't add risky case to your CI pipeline. So this is important thing. Also, another important thing is that Knapsack Pro does not require access to your repository, so it only relies on test paths. So you don't have to you don't share access with your code base with us. Yeah, and configuration of the CI server is very simple. We have a lot of examples for many CI servers, but here is like very generic example. You just define that you want to run 10 parallel jobs, parallel CI servers, and you define comment. Let's say you want to run tests for RSpec, or maybe Minitest or Cucumber and so on. And another task is defined for JavaScript test runners. So again, you just define how many parallel jobs you want to run, and you just define the comment with Knapsack Pro client library. Yeah, so hundreds of developers are using Knapsack Pro every day to run faster CI builds. Maybe you would like to try it and see how this will work with your project. You can see many companies is using Knapsack every day. And Knapsack Pro Heroku Add-on is free for beta users. So if you sign up, then you can just use it for free with unlimited usage. I would appreciate your help with testing this Heroku add-on. And now I will show you how I'm going to install that. So let's go to Heroku website. Here I have some example application, and I need to go to Resources tab, and here I can install add-on. So I'm looking for the name Knapsack. Here it goes. I can click on this, wait a while, and yeah, there is a test free plan. So you click provision, and you've just installed Knapsack Pro, and you need to click on the icon to go to the dashboard, and you will be signed into Knapsack Pro user dashboard. And here you can see automatically generated API token for your project. So you can just rename the project and rename test suites. So for instance, let's say we are running RSpec tests, so you can rename this API token to RSpec. And if you have multiple test suites, let's say you are also using Cucumber, you need to generate a new API token here for Cucumber. Yeah, so when you have this API token, it will be needed during the project setup. So here you can go to the installation guide, and you can find here your programming language and test runner. So let's say we want to use RSpec, so we go to install section here, and you will basically follow these steps, add proper gem to your project. You can answer some question that, oh, I'm using RSpec, maybe I also use Cucumber, and I use gem called VCR, I use, let's say, Heroku CI, and now you can see a list of steps what you need to add to your project to set up the gem. And yeah, there are a few most asked questions, so it's worth to check it also. So that's basic idea, and once you run your tests with Knapsack Pro, then you can go back to user dashboard, and here in build metrics you will find your recorded builds. I didn't run test yet, so there's nothing here. Yeah, so that's the very simple introduction how it works. Something that's worth to also check if you want to better understand how Knapsack Pro Queue Mode will work with your project, how it will split your tests in dynamic way. You can learn about that on the knapsackpro.com, and here it is explanation video how Queue Mode is working, so you can click here and just watch this video. I will attach a link to the Heroku add-on, Knapsack Pro Heroku add-on below this video, and also link to this video about Queue Mode. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I encourage you to just try for free Knapsack Pro Heroku add-on. You can also install it from the Heroku website here. It's attachable add-on, so you can share it across multiple applications. So you can install this add-on for your staging application and attach to production application and to other projects. So every developer in your organization can set up a few applications that you are hosting on Heroku, and they can test their applications with Knapsack Pro Heroku add-on. Yeah, so thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, just you can visit knapsackpro.com, contact me via online chat there, or just send me email. You can find it on contact page at knapsackpro.com. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.